Hi, Brandon Todd here. Sunday afternoon, getting ready to do some good things starting tomorrow. Wanted to just get this off my chest as well, man. If you're in sales, doesn't matter what you're selling. You're selling insurance, selling cars, selling makeup, selling whatever you sell, whether it's over the phone, whether it's person to person, whether it's even internet marketing, even if you're selling using a web page and all this. I want to just dispel the biggest myth there is in sales. I want you to get past selling. Met a real estate agent one time. She's talking about something. I said, well, we need to sell this idea to someone. And by that, I mean we need to help someone to understand this idea that we have a bigger vision of the world that includes us, where if you get this person to understand the world in a bigger way, in the way that you see it, then the truth that you're showing is obvious, right? So this real estate agent came back, and she was able to twist these words into those words, what meant that word, and then take an interpretation of that and what someone else would mean, flip it into something else, and come up with what I can only call some very good bullshit. And she said, how's that for selling? I said, terrible. We didn't get the deal, obviously. Because I don't know. There's some dumb people, and there's times when information wasn't as available as it is now. And right now we're in a world where you're watching me on the internet. You can live anywhere in the world. Millions of people may see this one day. By the way, like, subscribe, share the content and all that, because I need to get this out there, man. People need to follow me because I got something to say, and it's going to help you and everyone you know to lift you up and have a better life by building a better business that is ethical and just good, just reliable. I can teach you a way of business that's win-win all the way around, scalable to become a billionaire. So like, share, subscribe. Make sure that millions of people do see this. But people in this day and age, where they used to only have 100 so people in their life that they would ever meet, actually run into thousands, millions, all this. So, we get a lot more experience now to where bullshit is, most people who are intelligent see right through it. Twisting words, doing all this stuff. Think about what politicians do. If they didn't have all the credibility cues and the backing and the coordination of all media groups, giving them credibility, we wouldn't believe them for a second. The things they say, if someone on the street talked to you like that, you would be like, get out of here. But since you see it through TV and all that, it's different. Anyway, I say that to say this. The biggest problem we have is thinking we can lie or that we can argue and make a sale. Everyone's going to teach you, if you're new to sales or if you've been in sales for a while, you're all going to learn about how to overcome objections. So let's go through that. I want to sell a widget, and this person says, I don't need a widget. Well, here's how you say you need a widget. Well, you actually do need this widget because widgetless people are 43% less likely to ever find love and peace and happiness. Oh, well, I don't want to be 43% likely, so let me buy a widget. Well, I already have love, peace, and happiness, so it doesn't matter. Oh, well, we need another rebuttal. Well, even if you have love, peace, and happiness, people without a widget, blah, 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 blah. Now, if you're a carnival barker, if you're down in Cancun, Mexico, I remember we're going down the little streets down there, these people have one shot at you, dude. They will never see you again. They're on the street, they're in the tourist lane. You're walking by, man. They have one shot at you. They will never see you again. You don't know who they are. You'll never remember who they are. They're not trying to build a reputation with you and your group or anything like that. They got one shot at you. So they can come in and say, hey, come in and get a deal. It's like, well, I don't need a deal. It's like, well, yeah, you do need a deal because it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Our stuff's made from Honduras and blah, 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 whatever it is. And they don't care. You hate them. You get really annoyed by it, and they don't care because they know their business model is, I got one shot at this guy, and I got 10 other stores trying to get their attention. So I got to keep trying, and it's a numbers game. If I get 50 people, coming by, I'm going to get one in the store that buys them. And, and they do the numbers on that. If they just sat there and waited for you to come to the store, they would get a lot less traffic and all that. So they figure that out. We're not in that game. But the old hustlers, the beginning salespeople are still trying to play that game. It's very immature. You're thinking like, okay, I am a salesman, so my job is to go get them to do what I want, which is buy my thing, and I'm going to go to everybody in the world, and I'm just going to make them do it. And if I can make up enough bullshit, if I can say enough stuff, if I can use a little technique that hypnotizes them, or use some NLP, or I can make them hypnotically slide into my zone. And then when you do that, you're like, whoa, you get so pumped up and so excited because you feel powerful, right? Because you actually did manipulate someone. You actually did get power over someone. But what that means is you feel powerless over yourself. The most powerful people in the world have people come to them. Now, you can talk about the billionaires, that obviously have mastered media and publicity and all that, marketing and all that. But think about like your average doctor. What other, your doctor's not cold calling. He's not out there doing. Somehow the doctor profession has given them the credibility where you will just go in because there's a doctor, says doctor beside their name. You'll wait in their office for 2 hours. Then someone will come in and say, go in this room. You never met the doctor before. You don't know anything. Say, strip down into your underwear and sit here and wait. And another 30 minutes later, the guy comes in, touches you here, touches you there, looks and breathes and stuff like that. And then says, yeah, take this medicine for the rest of your life that you don't understand or know. And we now know probably destroys your health. It makes whatever symptoms you had permanent. That's a credibility play, right? Because they have doctor beside their name, we've all been conditioned to believe that. But anyone who's been in sales for a while, and I'm not saying you don't have to hustle, you don't have to cold call and all that, but you have to emulate those people with high status, high power, like a doctor. A doctor never asks you permission. He never creates a bunch of bullshit for you. And I say bullshit because that's what most salespeople think, is they can create bullshit, and that's selling. That's not selling, it's lying. So, how do you become the doctor without destroying everyone's health in their world? First of all, you have to love your customer so much that you would never sell them anything that doesn't suit their needs. Now, if you're selling a widget that's fun to play with for a day, that's a different thing. If you're selling a home, that's a whole lot of their choice, and you're in a server situation. If you're selling insurance, or financial products, you have a fiduciary responsibility to that customer to make sure that these are suitable and they are things that they need and that will work for them and help them reach their goals. But at the heart of everything, salespeople are problem solvers. And if you're going to be the good person, it's not going to be about overcoming objections. If you're going to have success, sitting there thinking that you're going to make one single sale and you'll make one out of it, you'll make a very small percentage. You'll make some by arguing with people. Very few. So, and when I say arguing, I mean overcoming objections, because you have to look at the mood of a sales process. When I became successful at sales, it's when I got over myself and my ability to sell. Now, of course, I understood techniques, and that's communication techniques, how to listen, how to understand someone, how to ask the right probing questions at the right times, to understand how to gain control of a conversation, how to not let them get you into a question and answer session, how to not let them take charge excuse me, and you be in response to them. So controlling the conversation, leading the conversation, asking the right questions, all of those are real skills that you need. But the tone is to never get into an argument with your client, to work on what we proverbially say is their side of the table, to be on their side, to be their advocate, and to show that you have the high value in the conversation. So if I'm talking to, let's say I'm doing some sales training with one of my salespeople. Well, they come to me, or they're working in one of my companies, and they say, hey, I want to be better at sales. I have these goals I want to hit and all of that. And I say, all right, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to show it to you. Do I sit there and say, what questions can I answer for you? Well, how do I do it? Look, as soon as that happens, I've already gotten into a game where they ask me questions and I give them answers. And you know what that does? It fluffs up my ego. Oh, I'm a strong answer man. They asked me all this stuff, and I just knock them out of the park. I got all these great answers. I watched all these YouTube videos about all this self-help stuff, and I can talk about it, and it's really good. But that doesn't make them ingrain real knowledge into their habits, beliefs, and all that. I got to be better, because, by the way, you're like, are you talking about sales training or sales? It's the same damn thing. Hiring a salesperson, training a salesperson, interacting with a doctor's office, interacting with your mom, interacting with anyone. If you have a specific goal in mind for that conversation, is a sale. You have to influence, you have to create thoughts in their mind and in their brain. You have to have gone there before, so you know how to lead them to where you're talking about. So if I go to my sales presentation, my sales training that I'm doing for someone, I better go in there with an agenda. Now, I don't have to necessarily know what this person is and exactly what I'll prescribe, but I have to go in and say, no, I'm going to first evaluate where this person's at. What's their skill level? What's their mindset? What's their goals and their commitment level? I'm going to find those things out. I'm going to ask probing questions to get that. I'm going to do some things in the beginning to get them comfortable, where I got to get past all those things that they come in, like they've rehearsed to talk to me about and all of this other stuff. I have to just find a way to make the conversation get past all of that. So I'm talking to the real them and really connecting with them. And what I want to do is really connect with them, their deepest fears, goals, sincere beliefs, and aspirations. And I really want to, then assess their skill set. And then there's, a multitude of tricks and ways that can go and all that. And that's like with any sales presentation. If you have a defined outcome, and if I'm doing sales training, the defined outcome is this person identifies the problems that they have, their needs for improvement, and then commits to and actually integrates the training I give them in a way that succeeds, which doesn't happen in a day or so. So, when I was selling insurance policies, I would have a defined outcome. This person, I'm going to find out if they're suitable for my product or not. And if they are, I'm going to sell this product. And I'm going to also uncover other needs that they have and see if there's other products that they need. And I'm going to sell them all in this one setting, whether it takes an hour or 5 hours to take care of this properly. And so my defined outcome was I was going to sell this person a policy if they were a fit for it. And so I have no idea what the emotional hurdles they have for that are, what all is going to be involved. But I know one thing: if I got in an argument with them, I said, "You need this policy. This policy is great," and they go, "No, it's not. I don't. I'm happy with what I have. Yours might be great. That's fine, but I'm happy with what I have. Why are you talking to me?" It's like, you have to be happy. You don't get to be happy with what you have because mine's even better. No, this company paid a claim for me, and I've had it with them forever. My grandpa's grandpa had them. Well, yeah, but that doesn't matter anymore because now there's lots of companies and all the policies are kind of the same, cover you the same, and your grandpa's agent's dead, but I'm a good agent over here, so I need you to switch. Oh, well, look, I'm just not. You're not emotionally connecting with them, right? You've always heard the saying, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. All sales is a way of connecting with people on a deep level about a specific thing that you are credible, knowledgeable, and have been there before, and can take them through that process as a loving leader to get them to the outcomes that they need. That's all sales is. If you ever get into an argument, overcoming objections, if you ever think you can bullshit your way through this, enjoy that sale you get every week or two and that ego pump you get, because you're going to be poor for a long time. If you want to become a millionaire, you want to become a billionaire, you better start understanding the deep emotions of yourself first, and then you can connect with other people on a deep level. And in doing so is where you can be the most help for the most people. The people who make it either rig markets, talk about the politicians and the bigs, they either rig markets to control markets, or they give massive amounts of value, normally 100 times the amount of value than they give back. Figure out how you can do that. You're going to be successful not only in sales, but in life. Again, my name's Brandon Todd. I'm an inventor, software inventor, sales coach, entrepreneur. I got a lot of things going on. Wherever you're seeing this, like, subscribe, do all the things to follow me. Tickle the like button. I don't like smashing it. Just tickle it a little bit until it comes, until it comes back and says you've subscribed. That sounded weird. Hold on, guys. That's got to be cut out. Yeah, just find a way to follow me. I'm gonna do more like this. If you're an insurance agent, be sure to look up insurasales.com. Insurasales.com, social media, CRM, networking, integrated platform. It's scalable insurance agency in a box. That's my gift to the world. I'd love to share that with you. And find me everywhere. If you're in sales, follow me. The best is yet to come. All right, that's enough for now. Take care. God bless.